Greetings, beloved human family and co-creators. I am that I am, Gilles Mancillon. I wish you a good day. I thank you for tuning in to my broadcast. I've been asked a few questions and I thought I might try to answer them about the world of energy, the third dimension, the fourth dimension, the fifth dimension. Of course, I've already answered that, and many people that are already attuned to those ideas have their own thoughts and relationship to those dimensions. Of course, all those things I'm talking about is not. I'm not trying to conform you to my thoughts and ideas. I want you to help you, assist in giving you inspiration to tune in to your own guidance, so that you may find your own relationship. For we all have a different relationship to the world of energy. For all is energy, even physical matter is energy. All that we see, recognize as matter, is in reality there is more space within matter than matter. But the electronic pass of the electron around the proton give it form, and so there is a whole. The world of energy, there is just a little bit of that world that is physical, that is manifested. That's what we call 3D, third dimension. The third dimension is perceived as real by the ego personality. It is understood by the 5 physical senses. It is what we project ourselves from past into the present, or not into the present, but into the future, and we live in a linear fashion. So in essence, life is playing a story in the third dimension. That is the story, not necessarily what the news is talking about, but the story that is your life. Then there is also a story that is being played in the fourth dimension, which is also energy, but is not manifested. It is invisible still. It is the world of the imagination, the world of dreams, the world of emotion. And there are many stories that are being run by each and every one of us within the fourth dimension. And then the fifth dimension is a crisp crystalline field, that a parallel universe, if you will, that is the connecting link between all time and spaces. It is outside of time, but it is very difficult to even begin to talk about it. Basically, if we would take someone from the third dimension instantaneously into the fifth dimension, it would be like taking a caveman into New York City. His senses would be completely traumatized by all the action, the noise, the people, the things he sees. So there has to be a very gradual and slow process. In order to accelerate that process, we need to slow down our mind, to learn meditation, relaxation of the physical body, and the mind as well, to reach an alpha state of consciousness, and then to open our chakra, third eye chakra, mainly to receive the light. In essence, all dimensions are all connected. Everything is interconnected. There are many dimensions beyond the fifth dimension. But all of life is conscious, it is interconnected, and it is holographic. The higher we rise in dimensions, the more crisp and refined life is. For all that is existing in the third dimension, in the physical plane, also exists in the other dimension, plus many other things that are not manifested. But in essence, what that means is that everything that exists outside of you already exists within you in a more refined form, that you may or may not have connected to those things. So it is about being able to allow our consciousness to purify, to refine ourselves in order to explore higher theme, higher potential. For that is about choices. If you have an intention to ascend, that is what will happen. Our intention is what sets the course of our life. And all the details are very important, for life is in the details. All those dimensions are intertwined, and so in order to discover that, you have to be very, very detail oriented, and being present with all that is before you now, and all the where you are now, because that's where the key is always now. Of course, sometimes we try to we have a tendency to want to escape the now because we do not see what's really there, but we do not see all that is, and that's why we seek to explore in fourth dimension, and that creates a dynamism of creation and recreation. Essentially, we are exploring different themes during our life. It is our choice, it is a choice of our soul, but it is also our desire, what we like. So we can either choose to explore through contrast or through preferences. Eventually, we're going to be able to let go of contrast, which means that a lot of time we could experience something that we do not like in order to know that we do not like it, but eventually we'll give that up in order to only experience which is our preferences, and from within that we'll be able to refine our preferences. And in order to do that, we have to be very, very clear in each and every moment of now, to be as present as we can, living one moment at a time and not being attached to outcome. For there is a great acceleration of energy, and some people will deal with it with more ease, and some of them will be more. There is sometimes a struggle that can take place within all those energies, but they are necessary. Everything has a sense, meaning. Every lesson we learn has a great meaning. We should not take ourselves too seriously, but we should take the lessons that life is teaching us seriously in order to grow. For all is shifting very quickly. The truth is evolving within our mind, and so we have to learn to be dancing within the mind in order to stop the struggle and being in the flow. That means being extremely flexible and letting go of outcome. And so, because we have to change our belief system to integrate higher belief system. Beliefs are very important. They are like clothes we wear. Sometimes we have to upgrade our closet in order to look better, to feel better. And when we do this meditation, when we tune in to the higher soul and spirit aspect of life, we have to drop our shield. We have to let go of the past. We have to let go of expectation. We have to be open to joy, peace, harmony, happiness. And if possible, to allow the breathing to take us there, because that's where it's really happening. If you can consciously focus on supreme light, when you breathe, you can breathe anything, you can focus on anything, but when you breathe consciously, whatever you breathe in will have an impact, a different time of impact. And as you ascend, you become more conscious, and then whole of life is shifting in relationship to your new level of consciousness. In terms of time management, when we ascend, we have when we grow and we become more aware. We learn that we have to do three things every day. Not three things, but life is divided in three great aspects. One of them is service. What we do, the work we do in order to serve others, serve society, to create something that provides value. Then education, we have to learn new things every day. There is no need to go to school to learn. Life is a school everywhere. Life is everywhere, and there is supreme intelligence all around you and within you, but it can be reflected back to you. So whatever lesson you need to learn, you don't need to change dimension. The dimension will manifest for you. And then recreation, to find ways to relax, to enjoy ourselves, to find ease, to find pleasure in life, because that's kind of the essential aspect, that the essential state of being that we need to reach. If we're not relaxed, if we're stressed, we cannot ascend. We'll be stuck within the stress. So we have to learn to breathe, to let go of that, and know that there is a train that takes us into the higher realm. It is like we have to stay on track, and so this train is already on. It's the whole planet is going through it. So you cannot really. You cannot really fail if you choose to ascend. You cannot fail. It's like it's already life is going this way. No matter what mistake you make, life is self-correcting. You will learn from your mistake. So do not be in judgment of yourself. Know that if you could do better, you would have done better. So just learn from your mistake. Try to not to repeat them. You'll make new mistakes. That's the point. And because there is a whole array of celestial intelligence in the invisible world that are always conspiring to your growth and evolution and the evolution of the whole universe. Finally, what I like to say is whatever you do, whatever you think, how when you pray, is what I would recommend is to always think to include within that to do those things for the highest good of all. Because when you trust the highest good of all, you are involving all kinds of invisible forces. You are aligning yourself with the true flow of the universe, and you're not limiting your outcomes. You're not limiting the power of your intention when you create something. If you can add to make it for the highest good of all, then so be it. And so the whole universe will work, and then there will be no karma created, because you cannot create karma when you work for the highest good of all. Well, I thank you very much for your presence, for sharing, for subscribing. I hope you find this message interesting. I hope it will help you navigate those flows, those intense energies that we are moving through today. Neptune is and the Sun are in conjuncture, so there is a great deal of powerful watery element that is being processed through the collective consciousness. So with Chiron that is in the picture also, that is kind of temperating a little bit all those energies. As a Pisces, I'm used to being in those intense flow, but it may be it may create some waves, and so just learn to follow those waves and to use the positive wave, if you can let them take you into other world, other dimension, to leap into other worlds, and there is really nothing to fear. It's about letting go of fear in order to allow your consciousness to be free, and so to bring back this energy into your life, and so that you may be more comfortable and within all aspects of your life as you integrate more of that light. I thank you very much, and I wish you a wonderful day. Namaste.